No, it's the Trey told me, goddamn. You know my cousin right is okay. No other Trey told me. Yo, Trey told me. What's up, fool? You working today? Yeah, it's working. No other Trey told me. Today's currently January 1st, 2026. I'm getting all the goddamn days, bro. It still ain't right. It's the Trey told for me. I'm not a genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. No, and the Trey told me it's not to the genuine little bitches that's not a hater. Hey, neighbor, where you fall from a hater? Always be yourself when no one listens to just no for real. Always be yourself. Self love looks good on you. Don't dim your light, neighbor, when you fall from a hater. It's a Trey told me. Oh, I like that. Hold on 1 second. Self love looks good on you. When you fall from a hater, neighbor. It's a Trey told me. Let me do it one more time. Self love looks good on you when you fall from a hater, neighbor. Motivation don't dim your light. The hater's gonna try to distract you, but God got you. The hater's gonna distract you, but God got you. Motivation is the key every day. Love yourself, you're whack and corny. There's someone that's not for you, but don't dim your light. Yeah, you matter, you are worthy. It's the trait of me. No, for real, you hater. No, for real, a motherfucker will watch you within watching you within day. I can't stand that bitch. I can't stand that dude. Why don't you just shut up? It's a trait on me. What happened? Everybody not entertaining to you. You big ass bully at the day. You pick and choose who could be, hold on 1 second, authentic. It's a trait on me that you battle with them with your stupid ass. It's a trait on for me. Gonna tell my someone slow, stupid, and retarded because they know how to beat themselves. With no malicious intentions. You know, my content is not for everybody. And that's okay. Entertainment purposes only. Today is currently January 1st, 2026. I'm all wrong with the days and it still ain't right. And the check on me when you know when you're in your own little world. I'm not a genuine love respect and my content is not for everyone. You ever been minding your business with the mind your business? No, it's the trait of me. You know when you go from being big single to in a situationship or whatever the case may be? Playing with your toes across your bed and shit, talking to bed. Hey, what's going on? I got a surprise for you. It's the trait of you. What's the surprise? It's the trait of me. Y'all decide and they rearrange words or whatever the case may be, only while she wasn't trying to disturb or he wasn't trying to disturb your peace. It's the trait of me. You ever dated someone a little bit older than you and you realize, hold on 1 second, I just wanted to be on the same page? No, it's a trait of me. They decide to say, you know what, I'm going to put a little couple of drinks in my system. You may not be a drink or a smoke or whatever case, but you put a name in your book when you dating someone older than you. No disrespect. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but it's a strength on me. After 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, bitch, you want the 14th motherfucking shot and you trying to play golf? It's a drink on me. It's a spinning for me. You're making me motherfucking dizzy. Don't do this shit ever again. No, it's a drink on me. It was a nice little cool suggestion and shit. This motherfucker got the whole fucking bottle to the side of him like, yeah, we gonna have a good night, youngin. It's a train thought for me. What the fuck you mean? When you're when you're an adult to be in a relationship to do certain things, and then they over the age of 21, please, this is the type of conversation I said what I said respectfully. No other train over me. This fool pulls up to the equation, whatever the case may be, the outing, or whatever the case may be. All bubbly and shit. It's the chick though. We gonna have a good night. I'm glad we gonna have a good night. You know, when you in that mood at the end of the day, like, all right, they here, you about to start your day or whatever the case may be. I didn't see this coming. It's a trick on me. Nah, nonsense. I don't know where that motherfucker was hitting that ball to, but it was very far. Oh, you know what? This motherfucker is trying to figure out they train of thought. I'm okay. I hope so. You drunk at your own goddamn risk, dumbass. That's the train of thought me. Send my prayers down there. It's the train told me. You ever dated somebody older than you ain't trying to diss them, disrespect them. Nah. Y'all having a good time. Y'all vibing, y'all cool and all that. But you know, it's just certain shit that, you know, you not only you not Asian in the face, with your body health-wise, you might want to chill. Ain't for me. You don't want to take the wrong tap. Like some dumb shit like that. What was you thinking? No, for real, it makes sense today. You ever dated somebody regardless they older than you or nothing today? And you decide to say, you know what, I want to have a good time. But when you realize the motherfucker took the limit at the end of the day, like, damn, we was having a good time. We gonna still have a good time because you still gonna be babe regardless to the end of the night. No, it's a trade though, but don't do no dumb shit. I said what I said. You ever dated somebody that did the most dumbest shit at the end of the day and put you in a situation where you had to reevaluate your whole train of thought when it comes to your mental health? I didn't decide to fight tonight. I swear I did. No, it's a check. Why would you bump that big bitch like that? Damn. No, the train told me somebody twice, both our sides. First of all, both of us put together at the end of the day. We still ain't gonna be, we still would never amount to their weight. And the train told you, maybe mentally, but not strategizing. Hold on a second. You got to take this bitch down. No, for real. Because we ever went out with your significant other, what case may be, or your boo thing, whatever case may be. And you come across that angry, miserable person by accident, and they just sitting like, hold on a second, ain't nobody gonna sleep on me today. Ain't the trick on me. Nobody wanna fight you, stupid. I came out to have a good time. What the fuck? I'm not aging. You'll respect that my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself with no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I am far from a hater, and I would never hurt myself, regardless to who's trying to blackmail me against me. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. Love is round, love is one of a kind, but the right one truly for you. It wasn't an excuse when it came to your feelings, because someone wasn't dry conversations. Hold on a second. Someone didn't have pointless conversations. It wasn't dry when it came to hold on a second motivation. Even when someone got lost in their words, you actually knew how to respect the love of your life. You was far from pretending. You very so much thankful that you allowed yourself to heal, and you still being patient with time and day when it come to keeping it real. You know, when certain folks try to diminish, like discourage you, who would know at the end of the day to love you, like they didn't have to pretend until they love you. You know, when certain folks in different tax brackets send you an evil lie, they don't project a spoken and talk toxic way, so you won't prosper when it comes to a healthy relationship, regardless of protecting your mental when it comes to your growth. Who would know at the end of the day to love you, like they didn't have to pretend when they was praying for you when it comes to the outside world trying to discourage you. The energy is different. When someone sees you, hears you, respects you, that piece is different. It wasn't complicated. At the end of the day, you got chicks and dudes taking notes, sending an evil lie, all because you knew how to balance someone's smile in the most healthiest way. They trying to project spoken and toxic way so you won't see your future when it comes to your love of your life. But who would know at the end of the day, someone understood right from wrong when it come to their boundaries. They wasn't trying to miss out on God's blessing because they wasn't trying to mislead themselves wrong. You gain the love of best friend, a business partner. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same when it comes to someone didn't have to pretend to love you. That ain't just different. Wow, someone sees you, hears you, respects you. Your biggest cheerleader, up close person behind closed doors, wasn't doing it for likes if you was a clout chasing or fame, low on the script. And I said respectfully, who would have knew that someone be on the same page? They wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too to disrespect you. You know, like cheating on you, projecting insecurities on you, good day, bad day, even on your sick day. It be trying to throw for me how God allowed you to see that someone's trying to disrespect you, alone having a hand problem, trying to shortchange in your pockets when it come to loving you. Y'all pour it into each other. That balance is different when it comes to what they can relate to. When they wanted you to smile, when they wanted you to see you frown, when God maintained your smile. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You know what? Practice makes perfect. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have since day one. I would never hurt myself regardless to who's trying to dim my light at the end of the day. I choose me. I am my biggest cheerleader. When it comes to Naya Jean, I respect creativity. I work alone. I go live at 10:15 p.m. every night on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Stop the violence. I'm far from a hater. My soul was never for sale, and I don't worship the devil. When it comes to my creativity, I give my Heavenly Mother, Heavenly Father, God. You know, individuals don't believe in God, but that's okay. Because they said, where's your God at now? When they trying to get you locked up, put you in the sideboard, or try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or plot against you to watch every move when it comes to getting stalking, or even hack your device or monitor your phone calls, or to project innocent people to not see you in a certain light at the end of the day because they want to ruin your reputation. They said, where's your God at now? But when you put things in God's hands, then it's just different. Or he would try to make you homeless. Never go put yourself all alone, or they try to project spoil towards you, or even send you evil lie, or even energy harvest over your energy. I call my energy back every single day. Thank you, God, for being patient. I have to worship the devil so my soul. Everybody ain't for me at the end of the day. Hold on 1 second, but God, so you allowed me to see why I'm truly healed. Allow me to see why I'm truly keeping the real. Being patient with time and day when they come to healing journey. At the end of the day, choose myself because they understand my own way. I know I respect my neighbor. Always be yourself. I work alone when it comes to my creativity, and I always did that since day one. I go live tonight at 10:15 p.m. Regardless who's trying to dim my light in the background in the day and trying to pay me to be a nut patient or whatever the case may be, I would never hurt myself. I'm not a general respect, and God was never for sale, likes, and views of classes of fame. Always be yourself. I'm not a genuine respect. I post every single day, and I go live every night at 10:15 on YouTube. And I say that respectfully. You matter and you're worthy. I would never hurt myself. Always be yourself. No, it's the trait of always be yourself and no one listen to you matter. You're worthy. I gotta go. Loving yourself is not a crime. Love is real, love is one of a kind, but the right one truly for you, your reflection. You know, they try to paint you out to be someone unintelligent. They try to paint you out to be mentally unstable, incapable at the end of the day to hold your own sentences when it comes to your words. But hold on 1 second, you wasn't on their pace when it come to hold on 1 second, your process of God's thinking. The energy is different. They would never understand your healing. Regardless, you came from poverty pain, they would never understand your function. You know, hold on 1 second, you didn't do birthdays, holidays, or whatever the case may be. How they try to label you someone at the end of the day besides a child of God, or because hold on 1 second, they wanted to discourage you when it come to your faith being emotionally intelligent. How they try to steal your swag when it come to God's flows. They sat there, hold on 1 second, taking those, but hold on 1 second, they couldn't keep up when it come to their own company. Misery loves company. They be trying to think for, it be trying to throw for me. How chicks and dudes will monitor your every move, try to paint something mentally unstable, try to confuse themselves at the end of the day because they their own words sitting me. But how can you possibly be someone with a straight body jacket? You know that type of patient monster at the end of the day when you trying to better yourself. You understood certain chapters while you're not running from your reflection to better yourself when it comes to your growth. How certain folks don't want to see you woke. How they try to paint it to be a crash house to control the narrative, all because hold on 1 second, you was trying to hurt yourself when they try to antagonize you. They try to ruin your reputation right to left. You'll be so surprised when it comes to certain folks' strategies at the end of the day. Chicks and dudes will pretend that they know you. Plot scenes at the end of the day only to run up on you. Trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially at the end of the day, all because you didn't have to pretend to be authentic. Hold on 1 second. When they had their personal habits, you would have swore they was added. The way they trying to ruin your life at the end of the day, all because hold on 1 second, your conscience is different. Being a truth teller wasn't taking someone's kindness. So we can hold on 1 second, let on yourself when they overlooked you. They would never understand your point of view. Hold on 1 second, God didn't like ugly. When God revealed the devil, love him, an enemy. Hold on 1 second, our conscience hits different. Loving yourself, participating in the hate chain was a part of your vocabulary. They would never understand how you hold your own weight. Wow, butterfly. Not only did you check in with yourself and see your reflection, they didn't see your beauty, but you understood your reflection. You're handsome. You matter, you're worthy. They said that shit nobody at the end of the day. They laughed at you. So they laughed at you. When they came to get trauma and get pain, they laughed at you. They sneaked at you, called you stupid and retarded at the end of the day. But everybody ain't perfect. It's everybody that had a child and tribulations in their life at the end of the day that someone's going to look at them different. But I knew how to respect when they regards to your trials and your tribulations when it come to your pain. It wasn't one side at the end of the day. I never had the dibble and dab with magic or spoke in a toxic way. I was just speaking up for myself and you said nobody was going to believe me. Being a truth telling my story never changed at the end of the day. I understood that receiver hits different. Being authentic. It started with then. You said I was nothing besides, hold on 1 second. You said I was nothing. I couldn't have been a child of God because of my sexual orientation. But you was behind the scene ruining my life at the end of the day with my childhood. Wow, I'm an adult now. I ain't moving how I was moving when I was a kid. It'd be a train of thought for me how someone to kick your smile and turn it to a frown. When you outgrew certain chapters of your life that you ain't running from, when folks try to see you down, you know, even from your childhood, they was playing with Spoic on you. Even in your adulthood, you still found balance of us. Hold on 1 second, I was trying to overlook me. Everybody's strategy ain't the same when it comes to God participating in the spiritual world that we live in. It'd be the train of thought for me. Wow, how God was holding your hand this whole entire time. And they said that God wasn't real, even when the devil told so many lies. They said that you a snitch. You a liar, 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 never, 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 liar, liar, never, never, never. No, it's a train of thought for me. They said, nah, you're the liar. Been hearing Naya liar all my life. It be the train of thought for me when you was truth teller. I wasn't running from my past when they didn't understand I was truly clever. You know, when they was monitoring my device when it came to that phone call conversation. It be the train of thought for me when they said at the end of the day, I'm boring and they trying to take the trash out when it come to my receiver. Not me catching my blessings because I was truly not worthy. I wasn't worthy of catching my blessings, me choosing myself. They try to mess up my flow when it comes to my insecurity at the end of the day. They didn't want me to see myself grow. How it was chicks and dudes betting on me to fail. I had my next door neighbor in different tax bracket at the end of the day. They didn't even know how to keep it real. Trying to blackmail me at the end of the day. I ain't have to say a name for someone to feel like I had to shake in my boots at the end of the day. Because I was speaking real so they couldn't relate to it. That was confidence, being authentic. It bothered their mental, so they had to project their insecurities on me because God was stepping for me. When God revealed the devil alone, the enemy, I was far from a hater, wasn't competing. I may not make sense to the average person. You know, you're going to have chicks and dudes in different tax brackets, regardless, they came from poverty and pain. Laugh at you because you had trauma and pain endure with you from a child point of view that you don't wish on your neighbor on a rainy day. You know, even let alone walking in your shoes. And I say that respectfully because they would never understand the tools. How do you stand up for yourself today and be so strong? You still there for everybody else at the end of the day, and you still holding it down to maintain your smile when folks did you wrong. How this type of stuff actually happened. But you never switched up actually having a beautiful heart regardless of what was thrown at you right to left when it came to that wish, that roll up, that covenant, or that cult leader, coven, whatever the leader, whatever the case may be, or that terror reader, that karmic, or whatever the case may be, that doctor that try to discourage you at the end of the day when it come to your mental health, try to change your documentation, try to blackmail you against you, all because, hold on one second, they wanted folks to look at you and dysfunctional. Like, who are you? It's a trait for me. Ew. Never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. I am my biggest cheerleader. And loving yourself is not a crime. And being authentic at the end of the day is not a crime. I never not one time had to hack somebody's devices to find out what was going on with them at the end of the day. Just to blackmail them against them or try to rob them. Or have a community go up against one person to project hate on them. Or to project a mindset that someone is mentally unstable. You know, everybody use their gifts for all their personal reasons, good or bad at the end of the day. But for me personally and people that I involve with myself within, we don't move like that. We're not haters. Individuals will act like they know you at the end of the day when they don't. I work alone when it comes to my creativity, and I always have since day one. There's individuals that use their gifts for the good and understood that the grass is greener on the other side. There's individuals that say the grass ain't greener. When God is guiding you, can't nobody stop you. When God is guiding you, the devil will continue to watch you. When God is guiding you, the enemy will find different distractions to try to antagonize you. When God is guiding you, God allows you to see why He is choosing you. And especially when you step out on faith. Regardless if you're that doctor, that lawyer, that actor, that actress, that artist, that poet, that teacher, that mother, that father, that cousin. When the right people are for you at the end of the day with no malicious intentions, that energy is different. They don't look at other cultures and try to divide. They know how to respect it. They're not going to just pick and choose, well, we like them better because they know how to shortchange someone else's growth or mental health or whatever case may be. It's people that's not discriminating against other people's culture. But there are individuals that don't like the fact that certain individuals in certain cultures are more gifted and talented or can prosper more without trying hard. Like certain groups of people at the end of the day when it comes to their culture, they don't need a crowd. They don't need multiple people to prosper. But it's always someone in the background that's trying to take credit for someone else's creativity and make someone feel like they're not worthy of what God gave them a gift within. And then here goes the back and the forth with the competing. Oh, I don't like you because you're a female and you at the end of your voice does hold weight. Or because, hold on one second, you're more gifted than, and you use your gifts for all the right reasons. And God may be real. And that's the same as a man as well, too. It doesn't matter about his culture. You may be more smarter, more wiser. Yeah, you may have had a couple of delays in certain chapters in your life. But you'd be so surprised when it comes to certain folks' culture, and I'm far from racist, how they don't want to see you prosper. And especially when they want an energy harvest to offer your energy. And I say that respectfully. And they want to sit there and call you a coward. They want to sit there and disrespect you with malicious intention to send you an evil lie or try to make it feel like you're mentally incapable of choosing yourself. I do not live in fear. And I would never hurt myself because I'm my biggest cheerleader. Regardless of who's gang stalking me, man, woman, child, or couple, I never signed up for someone's one-sided contract. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, individuals that saying that you're delusional, that you're crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded end of the day, be the main ones gang stalking you. You never hurt yourself or others around you, but they would sit there and try to plot against you to set you up and make and blackmail you against you, so certain folks will look at you in a certain light. Let alone able to try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, energy harvest of your energy, or even make you homeless. Or project sport towards you or send you evil eye or magic or whatever the case may be, whatever their religion or their spirituality gifts are. It's a sin of thought for me. And especially when you never was in a race with somebody regardless of their culture. You are beautiful, you are handsome. To the genuine most moments intentions, protect your energy, protecting your family, stay out of trouble, you matter, you're worthy. How this type of stuff actually happens. It's not about how beautiful you are on the outside. And I say that respectfully because it starts within. It don't matter about your culture. Because jealousy and envy, it's really real. You could be more spiritually gifted than someone and you use your gifts for the good. And it be people plotting against you just to try to ruin your image, just to blackmail you against you. Everybody got a pass. It's a train of thought for me. And especially when you don't run from your reflection. The same people that's trying to get you locked up, put you in the sideboard, at the end of the day, never not one time did you have to say somebody's name. Did you never, at the end of the day, had to hurt yourself or them. But they decide to take your kindness so weak at the end of the day. And they plotting to bring harm towards you or project fear in you. I called 910 before you did, stupid. Ain't the trick over me, so you can try to blackmail me with your dumb ass. I gotta go. I'm Naya G, and I'm respecting my content. It's not for everybody. Always be yourself, and I say respectfully. I go live every night at 10:15 p.m. on YouTube. I post every single day I post every single day on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I am not a sex worker and I'm far from an addict, regardless to who's trying to blackmail me against me, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless of who's gang stalking me, and I say that respectfully. I don't live in fear. I walk by faith, not by sight. When God sends the right person into your life, I don't push God on nobody. But they see you, they hate you, respect you, that could they bite when they shoot sides. That motivation is different at the end of the day. You matter, you're worthy. To the genuine ones, do not give up on yourself. It's another day, allow yourself to choose yourself. A reflection they can relate to. It was never competition, being authentic. Hold on 1 second. You are beautiful and you are handsome. Don't give up on yourself. He was so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, just because moments continue to call your energy back. The devil, the enemy, keep watching your every move. Only was the hold on 1 second. He was trying to confuse you. Love yourself. Don't dim your light. Here, motivation is different when it comes to strategy they can relate to. God's confidence is different. You are beautiful when it comes to your intuition. Continue to have a beautiful heart regardless of what you've been through. And when you fall from fake, fall from a hate that potential is different because growth actually looks good on you today. And I say that respectfully. You know, we all don't dibbling down with sport, magic, witchcraft, voodoo, or whatever the case may be, or that gang stalking group. It's individuals that know how to respect their neighbor with no misintentions. And we fall from a hater, and we know how to be authentic, and we know how to put respect with our neighbor. They don't give them flowers when it's credit what it's due. Always be yourself, and I say it respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. Loving yourself is not a crime. Peace and respect, self-respect. Stop the violence. You know, people pick and choose who they want to bully when it comes to discrimination. And I say that respectfully. It happens. You know, individuals like, oh no, I'm not racist. I don't play that racism card at the end of the day. I don't do that discrimination card at the end of the day. With the whole entire time, you'd be so surprised. It be the same people at the end of the day that don't want you to prosper. And they be like, oh, well, I treat this person one way. Why would I treat you differently when they in the same culture as you? Because you're you. And because you wear a mask. And because the innocent person at the end of the day, it's not the same as the other person that was having a conversation with you. Because we're all not the same. Everybody does not get the same treatment. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought for me. Because people pick and choose who they want to bully. And you'd be so surprised at the end of the day. That same person that they didn't bully, but is the same culture as you, will be on that same hate train to try to kick you down, to hurt you. When individuals take your kindness or weakness, and you speak up for yourself, and someone says that your voice doesn't matter, but you are worthy, I'm not agent of respect, and that would never hurt me. Today is currently January 1st, 2026. So that's what they say. It's the trade of me. I gotta go. Always be yourself and no mental. Stop that violence. You know, gang stalking is real, and I say that respectfully. To anybody that ever dealt with gang stalking when it comes to someone hacking your device, your accounts, or your emails, your voice does matter. That's like you reaching out for help or you reaching out to participate in something for your future at the end of the day. Only for someone to try to control the narrative, or people trying to reach out to you, and only for someone to participate and act like you, or for someone to try to change the narrative at the end of the day and say that you're not fit to be part of someone's organization, or you're not fit to be sitting at someone's table at the end of the day. Or they would even block you from reaching out to certain people. How this type of stuff when it comes to gang stalking. You don't have to know individuals for them to gang stalk you. How this type of stuff actually happens. You ain't got to say nobody's name, regardless if it's a tarot reader, a karmic, or someone in your community that matter a zip code, county, country, or zip code, or continent at the end of the day. How this type of stuff actually happens, and your voice does matter. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I would never hurt myself. No, it's a change. All be yourself and no molestation. Peace and respect. Your name is otherwise. I gotta go. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself.